Well, we didn't want him to leave any time on the clock. Just make the shot, end the game, get the win. And it was a huge shot. It was a great game for us because we had to navigate through a lot of things, and just finding a way to win in the end is the most important thing. And Washington, I thought, played really well. And then finally, we caught a little rhythm in the fourth. Dug our way out of that hole, and that team was hustling like crazy, flying around, got going into the open floor a little bit, then made plays, made some big shots. Thought Quentin gave us some really good minutes. I thought Obi and Julius were terrific. That group that we finished with, RJ and Derek, it was good. And that's the way the season goes. There's a lot of different things that happen. And then you start to search when you get in a hole like that, and you find something, a group that's working well, and you let them go. And they did a really good job.
Obi, his growth was on display down the stretch of this game tonight. I mean, last year in a similar position, he might not have been able to produce the way he did on both ends of the floor tonight. What stands out to you about what he might be able to give you this year?
Yeah, and in fairness to him, coming in last year, not having summer league, not having the fall, all those things, I think, played a part in it. And then the season condensed, or there wasn't a lot of preparation. I thought he took his experience from last year. He really played well the second half of last year, and he played well in the playoffs. So those were positive signs for us. And then what he did in the summer was terrific. And so we knew how important it was to him to continue to improve. And then I think he's played really well in the preseason.
Last one for you, but you've got Kemba Walker starting the game, and then the way that Derrick Rose was able to close this game tonight. What is the best part for you about having both of those guys as a weapon at the point guard?
Having both of those guys. And Kemba is a terrific player. I was actually excited about him tonight. He missed some shots, but I know one thing about Kemba. I know the competitor that he is. So I feel good about he's still got to shake a little bit of rust off. But when you have two weapons like that, it's a huge plus. And then when you add in a Quick, Alec Burke, and RJ, and Evan, we have a lot of guys. And then Quentin and Deuce, they're good, really talented young players they're going to find their way. So it's good to have that type of depth. Everyone is sacrificing for the team. Everyone is putting the team first. It was great to see Mitch out there. First game, we had no idea what it would look like, and he makes a big difference when he's on the floor.
What do you mean I was excited about Kemba tonight? Was there something you saw that
Yeah, I saw a little pop, right, which I liked, So, look, I'm not worried about Kemba making shots. He's I know what he can do. And so it's, we got in a hole early as a group, and that's a concern. So it gives us a lot of things that, we have to work on. It's been a little choppy with guys in and out, so they still got to build their rhythm together. Kemba, Evan, the starters all together. They haven't played a lot of games together, and that'll come in time. The second unit's further ahead because they've spent a lot of time together. And so once we get everyone onto the same page and we get Nerls back as well, then we could, we'll have an opportunity to move forward. But it's day by day, step by step, just keep getting better.
What did you think overall about Mitch, his conditioning? Was 27 minutes the plan, or was Taj's foul trouble kind of getting more? What was the philosophy with that one?
We just wanted to see where he was, to be honest with you. And so we had two different plans. We had one shorter minutes, one with, get him in, let him play, let him get a second win, get him out, put him back. And just so we kept checking with the trainers. They felt like, he's actually done a lot in practice, and he's He's done a lot more. He comes back every night as well. So I know where he is. He needs the contact so he can get his timing.
You talked earlier in camp about Obi and Julius together. And I think last year's small sample wasn't great. When you see what they do down the stretch today, the hustling, kind of frantic play.
Yeah, but it's positive, very positive. So, and it's good to know that we have that as part of what we can do, and that's what I like about our team is the versatility of guys playing multiple positions. So we could give you a completely different look with Julius at the 5 and Obi at the 4, and obviously offensively we're a lot better, but I think we found something, particularly with Quentin in there. I think he gives us another wing defender that is really good.
You said, the starters are still finding the chemistry. With Evan, his stats don't look good in preseason. Is he still trying to learn?
Yeah. He's too good of a shooter. He's, I thought he's almost, and I thought Kemba was tonight too, almost a little too unselfish. And when the ball is coming to them, I want them to be who they are. I don't want them, trying to fit in and then they get themselves out of rhythm. I know they're unselfish players by nature. Just be aggressive and be who you are. When you have your shots, you take them, and that's the way I want our whole team to play.
What did you think worked so well for them lineup?
Just their hustle, and the urgency. We're behind, and so you got to scramble. And if you get a few stops and you get a block or you get a turnover, and now you get into the open floor and you get a couple of easy baskets, a game can change quickly on you. And we always say that with the way people shoot threes, you can make up 10 points in a minute, and you see it all the time. So we wanted to keep working the game, work the game. It's a long game. It's a 48-minute game. So if you keep hustling, something good will come out of it, and then you'll have a chance.
Does it help to have a game like this that goes to the buzzer in preseason for the regular season?
I think, in each game you want to take something from it, right? And we talk about it all the time. We have to find different ways to win. Some nights things don't go well, and then you have to figure out, okay, how do we fix this and do it during the course of a game and not have to wait to the next day? So I give our players a lot of credit for the way they work each and every day. And so there's situations in which if we get down, we know these are some things we can do to get us out of a hole, to get us a little more aggressive. There's some risk in it because anytime you put 2 on the ball, someone's open.
Tom, on that last possession, did Julius have the freedom to kind of dribble the clock out?
Yeah, well, we didn't want to leave any time, so he did a good job. He used it all. It was the right play. I thought Derek did a good job of creating some movement, and he did a good job of getting to his spot. And as long as he shoots it well, that's all you're looking for.
Tom, with me 4-0 preseason, does it mean something? The fans go crazy tonight, and do you feel there's a momentum going?
Like the thing for us is it's really the games are like tests, and so the things that you're working on in practice, you want to see what it looks like in a game. So it tells you something, and then you understand, okay, the intensity level of a preseason game is a lot different than a regular season game. So I think what the preseason has revealed to us is, there's a lot of things that we have to work on to be ready for opening night. And we have to stay hungry, we have to stay focused, and we have to keep the focus on daily improvement. And so if we're doing that, and the whole idea is that you begin with the end in mind. Okay, so in the end, what do we need? We want to be playing our best basketball at the end of the year. There's no shortcuts to this. It's day after day after day. We always talk about stacking your days. And that's what we're trying to do.
How does a laid-back guy get attacked?
You know what? Yeah, that's a very good point. I was just trying to help him along.